Imagine waking up every day to a life that doesn't feel like yours. You're grinding away at a job that drains your energy, navigating office politics, swallowing your frustration, and wondering, is this it? You're chasing goals that society says are important: money, status, stability, but deep down, they leave you empty. For countless people, this is reality. The weight of working for someone else's dream, of conforming to expectations that don't align with who you are, can feel suffocating, but it doesn't have to be this way. There's a path to freedom, to a life that's truly yours. It starts with a bold realization: you don't have to live a life you hate. This journey is about learning to say no to what holds you back, tuning out the noise of the world, and rediscovering the unique spark that makes you you. If you're ready to break free and build a life of purpose, keep reading. The Power of Saying No. One of the most transformative skills in life is knowing what you don't want. Too often, people focus on chasing what they're supposed to want: a prestigious career, a corner office, a life that looks good on paper. But what if the key to happiness lies in rejecting the things that make you miserable? Imagine working in an environment where your ideas are dismissed, your creativity is stifled, and your time is controlled by someone else's priorities. For many, this is what it means to work for others: a constant battle against egos, politics, and demands that chip away at your soul. The moment you recognize that this isn't the life for you, something powerful happens. You start to see a different path. Saying no to what doesn't serve you is like clearing a cluttered room. Every time you reject a job that feels wrong, a relationship that drains you, or a goal that doesn't excite you, you create space for what truly matters. This is the power of negative thinking, not pessimism, but strategy. It's about elimination, about focusing your energy on the things that align with your values and passions. Think of it like pruning a tree. Cutting away the dead branches allows the healthy ones to thrive. In life, the ability to say, "This isn't for me," is a superpower. It's a declaration that you value your time, your energy, and your unique purpose. By narrowing your focus, you concentrate your forces in one direction, moving closer to a life that feels authentic. Navigating a world of noise, the challenge today is that the world is louder than ever. Every day you're bombarded with information, social media posts, news alerts, advertisements, opinions from strangers across the globe. It's an unprecedented flood of noise, and it's overwhelming. Human brains weren't designed to handle this. In the past, people dealt with the expectations of their family or community. Now, you're navigating billions of voices, all competing for your attention, all telling you what to think, what to want, what to be. In this chaos, it's easy to lose yourself. It's easy to forget what matters to you. The real strength in this era comes from knowing what to ignore. It's about building a mental filter that blocks out the irrelevant and protects your focus. Imagine your mind as a sacred space, a garden where your dreams and ideas grow. If you let it get overrun with weeds like gossip, trends, or distractions, there's no room for what's truly important. Saying no to the noise is a radical act of self-preservation. It means refusing to scroll through websites that don't add value, ignoring celebrity drama that doesn't affect you, and tuning out opinions that don't align with your truth. By guarding your attention, you create space for clarity, creativity, and purpose. This isn't just about surviving the information age, it's about thriving in it. The moment of clarity, sometimes, it takes a single moment to see your life clearly. Picture yourself at a fancy industry conference, surrounded by people in suits, all playing the same game, networking, climbing the ladder, chasing status. At first, it might feel exciting to be part of it, but then you look around and realize something: this isn't you. The suits, the jargon, the endless posturing, it's the opposite of what you want. In that moment, you see a future where you're one of them, and it feels like a betrayal of who you are. That's when you know you have to make a change. These moments of clarity are gifts. They're the universe's way of showing you what you don't want so you can start moving toward what you do. Maybe it's a job that makes you dread Monday mornings. Maybe it's a lifestyle that leaves you exhausted and unfulfilled. Whatever it is, that burning aversion to a life that feels wrong can be the spark you need. It's not enough to just recognize it, though. You have to act. You have to be bold enough to walk away, to say, "I'm done with this," and trust that something better is waiting. That leap is scary, but it's also liberating. It's the moment you start reclaiming your life. The trap of following the crowd. Why is it so hard to break free? Because humans are wired to follow the crowd. There's a concept called mimetic desire, the tendency to want what other people want. You see someone with a high-paying job, and you think that's the goal. You see everyone moving to a big city, so you assume that's where success happens. You see people chasing certain lifestyles, and you start running after them, even if they don't make you happy. This isn't just peer pressure, it's a deep, instinctive pull to fit in, to mimic the desires of those around you. But here's the truth, you're not like anyone else. You're a unique creation, with a combination of talents, experiences, and passions that no one else in history has ever had. That's your greatest asset. Why would you trade that for a life that's someone else's dream? The philosopher René Girard, who studied mimetic desire, argued that we often don't know what we want, so we borrow our desires from others. Breaking free from this cycle is the beginning of true independence. It starts with asking hard questions. Is this goal mine, or am I chasing it because everyone else is? Does this path make me feel alive, or am I just following the script? Am I using my unique gifts, or am I trying to be someone I'm not? These questions are the foundation of a life that's truly yours. Rediscovering your inner voice deep inside, you already know what you're meant to do. When you were a child, you had a clear sense of what you loved. Maybe it was the joy of building something with your hands, the thrill of running through a field, or the magic of a story that transported you. That inner voice was loud and unfiltered, guiding you toward what made you feel alive. It wasn't about money or status, it was about pure, instinctive joy. For some, it was the texture of paint on a canvas. For others, it was the rhythm of music or the puzzle of solving a problem. Whatever it was yours. As you grew older, the world started to drown out that voice. Teachers told you what was practical, friends defined what was uncool, social media showed you what was popular. Layer by layer, the noise buried that inner voice until it became a whisper. For many, it's so faint now that they feel lost, unsure of their purpose. But that voice isn't gone. It's still there, waiting to be heard. Finding it requires patience and courage. It's like an archaeological dig, sifting through the layers of your past to uncover those early moments when you felt truly yourself. What did you love before the world told you what to love? What made your heart race before you learned to care about others' opinions? Those clues are the map to your purpose. The tragedy of losing yourself, this is one of the great tragedies of modern life. It's harder than ever to know who you are. The constant barrage of voices, online, in your community, from every corner of the globe, makes it easy to lose touch with your individuality. You're told to follow certain paths, to want certain things, to be a certain way. And in the process, you risk throwing away the most precious gift you have, your uniqueness. You were born with a combination of DNA, experiences, and passions that has never existed before and will never exist again. That's not just a gift. It's a responsibility. You have a duty to honor it, to build a life that reflects who you are. The good news is that you can reclaim your individuality. You can learn to tune out the noise and listen to your inner voice. You can say no to the expectations that don't serve you and yes to the things that make you feel alive. It starts with small steps, turning off your phone for an hour to think, writing down what you loved as a child, or walking away from one thing that's been draining your energy. Every choice you make to honor your true self is a step toward freedom. The world needs what only you can offer, your perspective, your creativity, your unique way of seeing things. Don't let that gift go to waste. The courage to leap, breaking free from a life that doesn't fit, requires courage. It's not enough to know what you don't want, you have to act on it. That might mean leaving a job that pays well but makes you miserable. It might mean stepping away from a career path that everyone else admires but leaves you cold. It might mean betting on yourself, even when the future is uncertain. That leap is terrifying because it involves risk. There's no guarantee of success, no safety net to catch you. But there's something worse than failing, staying stuck in a life that's not yours. The path to freedom is rarely smooth. It's filled with setbacks, doubts, and moments when you question everything. But every step forward teaches you something. Every job you leave, every expectation you reject, every risk you take, it's all part of the soil that nurtures your growth. Those experiences shape you, clarify your purpose, and build your resilience. They're not failures, they're lessons. And with each lesson, you get closer to a life where you call the shots, where your time and energy are spent on things that matter to you. A life that's truly yours. Not everyone wants to work for themselves, and that's okay. Some people thrive in collaborative environments, contributing to someone else's vision. Some find joy in structured roles or traditional paths. There's no one-size-fits-all answer to happiness. But if you feel that burning desire for freedom, that deep aversion to a life that feels inauthentic, then you owe it to yourself to listen. You only have one life. Will you spend it chasing someone else's dream, or will you build one that's yours? Will you let the noise of the world drown out your voice, or will you protect the space to hear it? Will you conform to expectations, or will you embrace the monopoly you have over your unique self? The journey to a life of purpose starts with a single choice: to say no to what doesn't serve you. From there, it's about rediscovering what makes you feel alive and having the courage to pursue it. It's about guarding your attention, rejecting mimetic desires, and listening to that inner voice that's been with you since childhood. Every step you take toward your true self is a victory. Every time you choose authenticity over conformity, you're building a life that's not just good, but extraordinary. Seize your monopoly. Here's the challenge. Take one step today toward a life that's yours. It doesn't have to be huge. Maybe it's writing down 3 things you loved as a child. Maybe it's saying no to one distraction that's been stealing your focus. Maybe it's admitting that your current path isn't working and giving yourself permission to dream of something else. Whatever it is, start now. You have a monopoly on you. Your talents, your passions, your unique perspective. Don't let the world steal it. Embrace the power of saying no, clear the noise, and build a life that reflects who you are. The world is waiting for what only you can bring. Go make it happen.